Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. All series videos. Thank you so much for the likes, the comments, and for subscribing. In this video, I will be updating you on his mistress child. Guess what? Yashoda saved Krishna from Kamini and Varun's plan. You need to watch till the end to find out how it happened. Arvind came back with letter written by Ashok, and the letter will shock you. What was behind Arvind's letter was unbelievable. You need to watch till the end to find out how it happened. Please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to click on the notification button to be notified anytime I drop a new video. Please like this video. Let's go. Bansal and Varun reach outside the house. Bansal calls Kamini and says they have reached. Kamini checks Yashoda and finds her sleeping with her daughters. She then comes to Krishna and makes him smell chloroform. Mawa and Kamini tie Krishna in the blanket and go out. Babuji is in his room and thinks we all are betraying Yashoda after promising her this is not right. But what to do? Yashoda's stubbornness has forced us to take this decision. Kamini knocks on the door. Babuji says, "Forgive me, Morty," and goes outside. Kamini opens the door and asks Varun to take Krishna from the room. Varun goes to Krishna's room with Mawa. Kamini tells Babuji that once Krishna goes out from here, then the prosperity and happiness will return. She says, whatever is happening is wrong, but what is the solution? Varun takes Krishna out. Babuji says, we will see in the morning. Kamini says, we will say that Varun came and took Krishna. She turns and sees Yashoda standing, holding the chloroform bottle. Bansal and Varun sits in the car. Kamini says, you can't go out. I will not let you go. Varun took Krishna away from here. Mawa says, you can't search Krishna now. Babuji says, I am helpless. Bansal says, I will open the cloth from his face. If something happens, then we will be in trouble. Yashoda keeps the bottle and says, I don't need to go anywhere as Krishna didn't go anywhere. He is sleeping in the room. She says, what do you think? That a mother will have a deep sleep? That someone will come and take away her son? Bansal tells Varun that Krishna is not here. Varun stops the car. Yashoda says, when you both came out after tying Krishna in the blanket, I went there and took him out and tied pillows and heavy stuff in it. She says, now he is unconscious. What will he feel if he has seen your doings? That being the same house blood, his family does this with him. Babuji says he is not my blood. Amma comes and hears her. She tells her it is wrong to do this with a child. Kamini says, I didn't poison him. He will be fine. Yashoda says, you shouldn't have done this. And says, I regard his docile man, even when I didn't know that he is my husband's son. She says, I will not bear if anyone does wrong with Krishna again. Varun says, I will not bear, and says, you will have no solution what I am going to do in the morning. Yashoda says, he is 10 years old boy. His mother is dead and his father has left. She says, don't do this with him. Babuji is angry and goes. Varun says, I will take Krishna away from here in the morning and Yashoda can't stop him. Bansal smiles. Varun and Bansal is at the latter's room. Yashoda apologizes to unconscious Krishna on behalf of her family. She says, I will not leave you until your father returns. Amma hears her. Yashoda thanking Amma for understanding her. Amma asks, did I ever scolded you for not giving us heir of the family? Or did we complain why you have just 2 daughters? Yashoda says, Babuji and you wanted to have a grandson, but I couldn't give you. Amma says, if you have so much sympathy on him, then get him admitted in a good school outside the city. Yashoda asks her to come and sit. She makes her sit on Krishna's bed and keeps her hand on his chest. She says mothers understand their blood's heartbeats. She asks her to search if Krishna's heartbeat matching with Ashok's heartbeat. Nupur and Asta calls Yashoda. Yashoda goes from there. Varun says, don't know why Yashoda is behind this boy. Why everyone is against her. He says, tomorrow it will be the end of this matter. Bansal says, you are not saying how the film will start. If the start is good, then the end will be good. Varun says, I have come here for money, to do your work. But now the matter is about my ego. He asks him to see the start and end. Amma is about to go when she keeps her hand on his chest and feels a shock. She gives Aarti in the house and thinks of her wrongdoings with Krishna. Yashoda comes to Amma and gives her tea. She says if any woman gives her daughter's rights to someone else, why I will ruin my husband's name? Amma says I am unwell and asks her to make tea. Yashoda thinks there is something else. Arvind returns home. Yashoda asks, where is Ashokji? Amma asks, did you tell him that we all are worried for him? Arvind calls Krishna. Krishna comes there. Babuji asks Arvind to say. Arvind tells that Baya gave this letter and asks to read in front of our family. Babuji reads it, in which Ashok is apologizing to everyone and telling that until Krishna is there, he will not come back. He tried to make her understand to let Krishna go, but she was reluctant. I couldn't fight with my loved ones, and that's why I thought to leave from there. I want to say that Krishna is not my son. Amma sits in shock. Kamini gets happy and reads the letter. Yashoda says this letter is fake. Arvind says Baya has written this letter and gave it to me. Mawa says it is Baya's handwriting. Yashoda says this letter is fake. Amma says yesterday night I thought that you were saying right and I was eagerly waiting for Ashok. She says he didn't come, but this truth came. She says he has proved that Krishna's heartbeat doesn't match with Ashok's heartbeat. Kamini says I will call Varun and will ask him to take his son from here. She says now Bai has written and I will accept this. Babuji says I will not bear Krishna even for a moment in my house. Yashoda goes to Arvind. Arvind says this letter is fake. I have written in Baya's handwriting. Yashoda says you are my brother-in-law. Arvind says if I wanted to help him, then I would have shaken hands with him. A flashback is shown. Arvind asks Varun to get Krishna admitted in an orphanage and says he will send him money every month. Flashback ends. Yashoda says this fight is difficult, but all the family members will accept him. Arvind says, I can't see my house respect ruined. He says Baya left home as he couldn't face the society. How he could say that he did a sin and has a legitimate relation. He says, I love you all and don't want the house to be ruined. He says, for me, our house peace is good. He says, Krishna will be raised, but not here. Yashoda asks if you can talk to your brother after keeping Krishna from here. Arvind says, Baya is going to take Sanyas and says if he comes to know that Krishna has left, then he will return. Yashoda says, then you don't understand him and says he ran away from me and from Krishna's hatred and questions. Krishna hears them. Arvind says, if he doesn't stay here, then brother don't have to face his hatred or questions, and says you love him and will forgive him for Asta and Nupur. Yashoda says father's name is necessary for Krishna's future. Arvind says nobody has proof that he is his son and says it is better that we shall send him with Varun. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and come back for more updates from your favorite Z Word series.